So, after seeing that video, I am sure that you can already imagine we've got our hands full. But I am going to spend some time with my kid, And we offered him some food. He wasn't really hungry, which was kind of weird. And he took us for a little walkabout, showed us a couple places. Like, he showed us the other fountains that he works with. And we talked to Joe and Brian, obviously, immediately. Like, got Dave, and then we walked over to there. And I said, you guys, we'll see you in a few. We're going to take a walkabout. And he was like, totally get it, They were good people. And they were, I have to tell you, they were so happy for us. They knew we had our hands full, but they were so happy for us. So now if you see that really cool thing in Dave's hand, he calls it his laser, and it's the universal remote that he works through water and fountains that go to the ocean in order to help keep the universe in sync with the rest of the universe. I don't really get it beyond that point. But hey, we've all seen the movie with the soccer ball Wilson. We know that when people are on an island or isolated for a long time, they get what's called loneliness syndrome. And basically, that was his loneliness syndrome. Well, we'll get to that because he's not completely lonely at this point. So now we go through, my friend Melissa had come back to San Diego for the day because she had, one of her errands brought her back. So she's like, I heard you found him because I was posting on Facebook, and she's like, I'll bring you lunch. I'm like, Subway, please, 3 subs, perfect, that would be great, and it was awesome because she brought us each a $20 card, and she bought us 3 subs. So it was like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah, you guys, are you serious? You just been on the road, you just did all of this. This is like, you found the needle in the haystack, honey. You deserve a little bit of, just a little break here. Here you go, eat, and here, take these for later. One's for you, one's for Dave. I'm like, that's awesome, and Dave ate the whole sub, and here we are, taking half a piece home because we're just done, and while we were waiting for Melissa with the subs, Dave decided that he would come back with us for a little while, and he's like, I'll keep you as long as you'll have me. And I'm like, Dave, I want you forever, so don't worry about this, and he was right. He really was right in the long run. So we end up jumping in the car, and Dave's in the back seat and we're in the front, and about an hour in, Dave starts slinking down, and next thing you know, 3.5 hours, he's sleeping in the back seat. And I am the happiest I've been in a long time. The relief of just having him in the back seat, no matter how bad it smelled, because I am telling you, funk, dude, he smelled bad. Okay. Windows were down, whether it was chilly or not. Getting what I'm saying? So we get him home, and we get him up here and everything, and we show him the place, and it's I'll put some pictures up. I mean, it's a nice little trailer for 2. You add a third, it gets a little tight, but we did it because that's my son. We got this. So we get him here, and we tell him he can have the living room couch, and it rolls down to a bed, and we've got it all set up, and we're excited. I mean, we're really excited about this. And I tell him, smoking is outside, and just, be easy. We're not made of money. I mean, we're pretty poor, Dave. We just spent everything to come find you, and The next day, Deborah Sue brought down like all kinds of groceries. She's like, "Oh my God, you found your boy! How did you do it? Oh my God, I've been watching all of this. This is crazy." So, miracles happen. Miracles are how I got here, and then finding him, it's a total miracle. I mean, very blessed, very blessed, and it's kind of weird because like the first probably almost 48 hours. Even when he came outside of the trailer, knowing that I can't go anywhere except with this rental car, which we're taking back the next day, and or I'm sorry, it ended up being a couple days later. Because anyways, so we get him here. He's got to bring his Slazer and his backpack and everything he owns with him. Everything's got to go outside with him. I'm like, Dave, you're fine. We're only going outside, and took him a couple days to get used to that idea. The next day, we actually did keep the car an extra day, and people had given us enough money when they found out that Dave was there to go get him some clothes and get him a few things. When I tell you I picked him up, what he had on, he only had a blanket in his backpack, and this thing was the dingiest thing I had ever seen. But it was his, it's him. So we go and we get 2 or 3 outfits, another pair of shoes, and oh my God, Axe body spraying. It was worth it, and I don't even like the stuff. And we came back, and I'm like, Dave, here's a shower, here's clean clothes, go do your thing. And he goes in, he uses the shaver or whatever, and he shaves his head, and he shaves all the fur off of his face, and he changes into new clothes, and that's it. That's all he's doing. Okay, smell bad, Dave, but he sprayed himself down with Axe. Oh, did he spray himself down with Axe? So now we're having food, and I mean he's eating. And when I tell you this, he ate breakfast, he had lunch, he ate dinner, he was snacking. We had I'm big on probiotics in the morning, so he was doing shots of probiotics in the morning with me. And because of Fritz not being able to have fruits and vegetables, we are in the habit of having Ensure, though we like the Equate brand better, nutrition protein drinks. So we do them in the morning, and David was like, he was malnutrition when we first got him, and I'm telling you, he was doing 2 or 3 of them a day. And then we were telling him, 1 a day, Dave, 1 a day, and he didn't matter. We're telling him that those little shots of probiotics are for in the morning, and you can't eat right away. So after lunch, he'd want something sweet, and he'd take a slam of shot. So he wasn't paying attention to how this stuff was supposed to be used. And at this point, I was just hoping that he was getting some nutrition, because he wasn't. His conversations were really weird. It was hard to hold on to his conversations. I did find out that he walked all the way from from Bellingham, Washington, down to San Diego. And he kept saying that he might go to Phoenix eventually. And I don't really know what's in Phoenix, but that's his goal. Or maybe a goal. I don't know, because it changes regularly. So now he's here, and when I say this, fidgety. This kid could not sit still. He was constantly had to have something moving, constantly had his fingers going, or his body. He constantly had to stand, he had to bounce around. It's kind of weird, because I'm not used to this. So now it's about, like I said, we're into the 2nd day, and when he shaved his head, we found bugs in the garbage. And I can't lie, after doing NamUs, I took a pinch of that stuff, put it into a Ziploc baggie, and I stashed it, because if anything happens to my kid, now I got his DNA. And he said he was only coming for a little bit, so we were going to feel this out and see how things were going. So everything's going kind of good. He's communicating, but yet he's still taking time to himself, and he's doing a lot of talking to himself. And it's difficult because we're trying to keep a straight face, and he's talking about things, and we're both looking at each other like, oh my goodness. And he's laughing at himself. I mean, he's holding conversations to 3 people, and there's nobody there. And it's kind of difficult. So, okay. So basically, Dave's not right, but he's here. Loneliness syndrome, schizophrenia, definitely on high alert, and he's homeless. So he's been homeless for so long, he doesn't have household etiquette. All right, we'll stop there.